Today we'll be taking a look at 5 indie games coming to the Nintendo Switch this month.
Are you ready to do this? Now that's gaming.
Hey there, welcome back to the channel. My name is Nakutso along with a good friend, Tubbymora.
Providing my vocal cords for this video. If this is your first time here, this channel is all about discovering something new.
And starting a conversation over some of your favorite indie games.
If any of that interests you, then consider joining the community by subscribing.
Miles in Kilo looks like a really neat platformer that speedrunners or people just looking for a challenge will enjoy.
This game was created by 4 Horses, previously releasing Kid Trip that has a similar feel and look to this game.
This is basically a fast-paced platformer where you must master your reactions as birds, crabs, boulders, monkeys.
Pretty much everything wants you dead. There are 36 levels in total, which sounds like a pretty good amount, and should give you a couple of hours of entertainment, especially if you're a speedrunner.
I know as someone who played Kid Trip and really enjoyed it, and if this is a better, bigger version of that, then I think this will be a really
I think this will be a really okay game.
I know as someone who's played Kid Trip and really enjoyed it, and if this is a bigger, better version of that, then I think this will be a really fun game to spend an afternoon with.
Here is a really interesting game that I have seen online, and I was instantly reminded of World of Warcraft with its art style, which is probably the inspiration.
Tanzia is a single-player RPG set in an open world, but it adds its own uniqueness with having combat similar to MMOs.
You are on an adventure to find out why your grandfather disappeared while trying to defeat a terrible evil from destroying your home.
What a different take on the RPG genre, and I hope that the developers can deliver a fun experience like this on the Switch.
The game did come out for Steam last year in early access, so we will have to see how much is added for the port.
The year is 20XX, where you must survive through hellish obstacles in your way or with a friend in local and online co-op.
Developed by Battery Staple Games, 20XX is a Mega Man-inspired platformer roguelite that sounds pretty unique.
Battle mighty bosses, collect a ton of power-ups with different game modes, persistent upgrades, permanent death, and even leaderboards to boot.
Saving the human race never felt so fun and badass.
I've heard many good things about this in the past as it was on Steam and the PS4 previously.
If you are a fan of Mega Man, roguelites, or platformers in general, you might want to keep an eye out for this one. Take Windjammers and Zelda and mash them together to create the indie game Spiritsphere DX, created by Endhorn Games.
Its premise is heavily on local multiplayer as you compete against another to see who will be humiliated in tennis.
This changes up the usual formula by having magical elements and special attacks thrown in with various levels, incorporating gimmicks to make it harder and more intense. Who will become the winner and rule over the world of magical tennis?
It actually does look like a lot of fun, and at a low price of $9, I can see having a blast playing this game with friends or family members. Paddlebox is a game that I saw on the eShop and I was like, holy crap, this is dripping with style.
The art is based on graphic novels and comic books, but come on, the best thing is that you have the head of a duck on a man's body, trying to fight an evil corporation called Deathflock. It's time for retribution as you punch through many enemies, similar to the old school game Punch-Out!
It's nice to see a Punch-Out! Type game coming to the Switch, as I think this game will fit the console pretty well. Besides just fighting other people, it looks like you can also move around and have to get through other obstacles in your way.
Paddlebox will also be supporting motion controls, so hopefully it controls well, since you know it can either be a hit or miss. Cause you know, we motion controller flashbacks. Whew, those were dark days, my friends. Alright, question of the day. What game looked the most fun or interesting to you? Let us know in the comment section below.
And if you want to discover something new, then check out my previous video where I show 5 of my favorite games from E3 by clicking this card, or check out some other neat content on the channel. Thank you so much for watching, and thanks Tubbymora for joining me in this video.
Parentheses, says goodbyes, parentheses. We'll catch you folks next time.